Start recording. So today is January 12th already. My goodness, it's already halfway through the month. That's crazy. For those of you guys who don't know me, my name is Becca, and I'm a Star Diamond coach, and I've been coaching I'm coming up on my 2-year anniversary. And yeah, so tonight I wanted to talk about the invite process. I know this is, as a new coach, this is certainly one of the scariest things to do, and to kind of put yourself out there and get out of your comfort zone. It's not something we're used to. And so I'm going to try to just share with you how to make it as natural as possible, because really all we're doing here is building relationships with people and just chatting with them and figuring out if they have a need that we have something that could help them. And so I'm going to share my screen with you and just go through a couple slides. I wanted to show you some live examples, pretty recent examples. Mine, and then also Jen, I stole one of her posts recently because I loved it. So I'm going to, let's see, can everyone see my desktop? Cool, okay. Let's see if this works. All right, so this presentation should only take about 15-20 minutes or so, and then if you have any questions about anything, whether it's inviting or any other aspect of the business or something you're struggling with, we'll definitely have time to ask any questions about that too. Okay, so the fear of inviting, I'm just going to start right out with it because I'm afraid of inviting too. I think that this is one of probably my biggest fears, and something I put off all the time, and every time I do it, I don't know why I put it off, because it's really not as bad as I psych myself up to be. But so why is inviting so scary? I think that just naturally we have a fear of rejection, and then also just not sure what to say. And so I'm going to try to help break down some of those walls for you. As far as the rejection thing, those of you guys on my team, you've heard this story before. I'm sure I'll tell it again. But this has helped me so much when it comes to just getting over that fear and taking the emotions kind of out of the invite process. But we relate it to this coffee story, right? And so let's think about we as coaches are offering services to people, whether it's a program, a fitness program, maybe even just a clean eating menu, or whether it's the coaching opportunity. These are all services that we're providing. And so we relate that just to like a server who's serving coffee at a diner. And so the server is going around and asking people if they want coffee. And some people say, yes, fill it up. And some people say, nope, don't want any. And the server doesn't get all, she doesn't get pissed off. She doesn't get all sad and go hide in a corner when people say no. That's just, she's offering a service. They don't want it. No big deal. She goes on to the next person and asks them. And so it's really all about just making sure that you're offering the best customer service possible, just like that server in the diner. And some people are going to want what you're offering, and some people aren't. And so that's has helped me definitely along the way, just kind of thinking about it like that. And then not sure what to say. So this is where scripts come in. And I share scripts often, not often as often as I should, because I should be sharing things all the time. But when you come across a script, it's not that you necessarily take it verbatim, right? You don't sound like the person you're taking it from. But scripts give you an idea of just, how to word things, how to dig in, how to really ask a lot of questions. Oh, I never thought to ask that type of question. Just kind of help you to guide what your conversation could be like. So definitely, read over your upline scripts. I'm sure that they have a Google Drive full of them. Just take some time to read those. And then practice, right? If you look at the conversations that I had at the beginning of my coaching journey versus now, they're completely different. And so that just comes with time and practice and what works and what doesn't. And then there's some fantastic personal development books, audiobooks, all about, getting over this fears that we have. Go for No and Eat That Frog are just two examples that you guys should add to your personal development list. Okay, now I'm going to really dig in. So there are three markets that you guys will come across: your hot market, your warm market, and your cold market. Today I'm just going to focus on the hot market and really the warm market. The cold market is something that, as a new coach, you're not necessarily at your cold market yet. So we'll save that for later on down the road. Your hot market are people, who you know really, really well, who you feel comfortable talking to, maybe your family, your closest friends, people that you really interact with often. And then warm market, this is going to be people that you're connecting with, reconnecting with on Facebook, maybe friends of friends, maybe close friends from high school that, you have become distant, now you're going to reconnect with. And then also referrals. So as you host more groups, people will start to refer some friends, and so that would be part of your warm market. And I put coworkers in here because, I work full-time, and I know actually the majority of my coaches also work full-time, and so we have this market of coworkers to tap into as well. Okay, so your hot market. So there's a couple ideas for people that you're, that you're friends with, your family. The first one being this honest feedback approach. This is an idea about, sending an email to maybe close friends and family members, introducing that you took this, you jumped in and you took this head on, and you're now a coach, and you wanted to just let them know. Because the worst thing is going to be if you go to a family reunion and Aunt Shirley just bought 21 Day Fix from the neighbor down the road because she had no idea that you were a coach. And so this is a great way to just kind of let people know that you're here. And so this is one example, a testing it out type email. So, hey, so-and-so, I recently started my own health and fitness business. It's been helping me save up money for X, and it's helping me stay more accountable with my own health and fitness goals. I'm putting together a test group for various products and was wondering if you would be interested in supporting me. No worries if not. I just wanted to open it up to close family when I learn the ropes. So this is really honest, right? You're telling them you're just starting out. You're asking if they want to join you. And a lot of people don't want to do this, and that is totally fine. You do not have to reach out to your family and friends, but this is an idea of how to do that. And then this asking for referrals approach. Hey, so-and-so, I recently started my own health and fitness business. It's been helping me save money for X, and it's helping me stay more accountable with my own health and fitness goals. I was wondering if you had any friends who have recently mentioned they were struggling with their health or fitness. I would love to see if I could help them reach their goals and offer support and accountability. Thanks. Because that's exactly what you're doing, right? You're here to help people reach whatever goals they have. And so, maybe your, mom or your sister knows somebody who is struggling with this, and, oh, wow, great. Susie just became a coach. She could try to help, type thing. But to be totally honest, these might be the very first people that tell you no. And that's totally fine, because you want that practice too. Okay, so the warm market. This is what I'm really going to dig into. Again, these are friends on Facebook. And my general approach to, reaching out to your warm market is just by following up with people who are following you on your journey, right? So as new coaches, one of the first things that you guys are doing is just starting to share your journey on social media. Posting pictures of workouts, tough workouts, great workouts, posting pictures of healthy foods, maybe unhealthy foods, your cheat meals, your splurges, because we're all human too. Sharing photos of what personal development you're reading or what coaching has done for you already, type thing. You're just sharing stuff on Facebook, and so reaching out to people who are engaging with you and following you. These are not salesy, because you're not going into these messages with a something that you posted, like a call to action type thing. So when you have a reason to message them because they've reached out to you first, it's not salesy to go back to them and just start that conversation. I would also plug here to not use stock photos, but photos of you on your own journey. That said, I've done that. at the beginning, and it didn't get me anything anywhere. It's a lesson learned. People want to follow you. They don't want to follow some, corporate Beachbody, or they'd be following corporate Beachbody. And then don't post like blurry pics or bad lighting pics. Post pictures of, clear photos. Natural light is the best, although we don't always have that, especially in the wintertime. And then use these posts to just plant seeds. You're not mentioning the challenge in the post. You're just, sharing your life and planting seeds with people. So now I'm going to dig into some specific examples that you guys can look at and hopefully incorporate. So let's say, especially as a new coach, maybe one of the first challenges that you're running is a clean eating challenge. So maybe you post a picture of some food. This was one that I recently did, literally in the last week and a half or so, and it got great response. People like cheese and people like avocados. So post pictures of cheese and avocados, making it healthy. But this was my caption. It was just stuffed peppers. And I said, I'm testing out the menu for my next free clean eating group. What do you think? Would you eat this for dinner? And people are like, yes. Oh my gosh, it has cheese. Yes. And then, so I had a ton of likes and a ton of comments. A quick note here. So this free, I think I used like emoticons in my actual post, but that doesn't show up in PowerPoint. But Facebook has this weird, of whether they're going to put your post in the newsfeed frequently. And sometimes, what I've heard is that if you use the word like free, that they kind of ding you and they're not going to promote you because they think that it is a promotion. So this is a sneaky way around that type thing. Okay, but then to anyone who liked my picture, this is the exact message I sent them. I did not message other coaches that liked it. I said, hey, so-and-so, thanks for the like on my stuffed peppers post the other day. It had such a great response that I'm adding the recipe to the menu for my clean eating group next week. Would you like to join us? It's totally free, well, except for the cost of groceries, but you were going to buy those anyways, right? Just let me know if you'd like me to add you into the private group. Within a day or two, 13 of 14 new people said, yes, that would be great, or sure, can't wait, or yeah, that looked delicious, something like that. Only one person was like, no, not this week, or something like that. Free groups are really great groups to build relationships with people, start to build that trust, start to let people know what challenge groups are all about, have them see the supportive community. Maybe you've done a challenge or a clean eating group. And so you kind of know what that's like, and you want to share that with other people. I would definitely recommend teaming up with your sponsor to host your first free clean eating group. And you can do this pretty quickly right after you get started, because most people they want healthy recipes and it's free. Why not? They're valuable. Okay, so then I messaged those people back, awesome, I'll be opening up the group this morning or tomorrow morning, whenever it was, and I'll get you in there. And then don't just stop there. Continue the conversation. This is a great opportunity to get to know them. What are their eating habits? What do they struggle with? Do they like sweets? What are their challenges? Do they have any dietary restrictions? Stuff like that. So you can start making some substitutions, or giving them some ideas for substitutions. But get to know them, spend that time building the relationship, and then host an awesome clean eating group. And again, if you team up with your sponsor to help do that. Okay, so this is the next one. This is one that I just posted on myself. But you can use a Flex Friday post, a Transformation Tuesday post, a Swellfie, a picture of you with maybe one of your favorite quotes, the words on top of your picture. And this is a post that I would do if I'm gearing up for a fitness challenge group, accountability group, fitness group, fit club, whatever you want to call it. And this is what I said. I did not invite anybody to anything in this post. I just said, wow, a lot can change in 2 years. Sure, I was always smiling and seemed on top of the world. I was raised to always find the positive in every situation. But what I applied to others and saw out in other situations, I rarely applied to me and my circumstances. And then I listed, then I was unhappy with my body, I lacked confidence, blah, 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 blah. And then fast forward 2 years, now in the best shape of my life, loving my muscle, blah, 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 and just listed out some changes. And these are real changes. And then I just said, like I said, a lot can change in 2 years. Transformation Tuesday. That's it. I had 81 likes and 19 comments on this post. And yeah, they were all, really great comments. Hey, Wyatt. And so this is an actual snippet from a conversation. But to anyone who liked or commented on my picture, this is what I messaged them. Hey, so-and-so, thanks so much for liking my transformation pic earlier this week. I get nervous putting raw stuff like that out there, so I really appreciate the support. Makes me think that it may be helping at least someone, so thanks. How are you doing? Or maybe it was a different question. Maybe it was, a more personal question of something they just posted about or something like that. And then, you're welcome. I don't know how you do it. I'm pretty good myself, blah, blah, blah. And then we carried on the conversation. And this conversation went on for a while. I spent a lot of time getting to know these people, or reconnecting or catching up with the people. And then fast forward, at some point, it got to a point where I thought, okay, maybe it's time to reach out that invite. So here's my actual invite. Well, I don't know if it's for you, but I'm putting together an online fitness challenge team group, that should have been. And I would love to send you some info on it if you're interested. If not, no big deal. Heck yeah, I'm interested. And then, great, I sent some details. I said, the challenge is going to start on Monday, blah, blah, blah. And then I always say, I'd love to give you more details, but first, can you tell me what you've been doing for fitness lately? How is your nutrition? What are your goals? I want to give you the best info for you. And that's so true. I want to know where they're at so I can recommend a good program. Maybe I don't think their head's in it. Maybe I think that they're looking for a quick fix and, aren't really going to put in the effort. I want to know who I'm talking about. And so that's my specific invite. And then building that relationship and finding out they're really digging into questions and stuff like that. My animals. Okay, and then the last example, this is maybe you already want to, start building your team right away, and you are hopping on a What is Coaching group with your upline. So this is a good example for this, and I stole this from Jen because I absolutely loved this picture and what she said about it. But use posts about just sharing your life as a coach. What it's done for you. Maybe you're brand new, but it is, already just helping with your own confidence or something like that. That's all something that coaching has done that has nothing to do with actually, monetary type benefits or anything like that. And so Jen said, so she posted a picture of her and I at Super Friday. And she said, because only a member of my fit fam would spend Friday night with me on the floor of a conference room, sweating our asses off, blah, blah, blah. I loved it. And it got a lot of likes on that one. And so this wasn't my post. I didn't reach out to anybody, but here are some examples of maybe something that you could say to anyone who liked that. Hi, so-and-so, thanks for the like on my Super Friday post the other night. It was such a blast. How are you doing? I saw Sophie turned 1 the other day. My, how time flies. And again, all this is they reached out to you by liking or commenting something that you posted. And so you're just reaching back out to them and starting that conversation and taking the time to build those relationships. So then my next bullet point, just talk, reconnect. I've had moms say how they miss staying home with their kid because now they're back at work. Maybe they say something about just how fun it looks like you're having, or, I don't know, just you have to see where that conversation goes, but just have the conversation. And then this is an example of an actual, something that you could ask based on the conversation that was had about coaching. But, well, hey, have you ever considered doing what I do to help bring in some extra money for you and your fam? Or it could be, hey, have you ever considered doing what I do to help hold you accountable to your fitness goals? If they say that that's what they're struggling with. Whatever they say they're struggling with that coaching has the solution for, just offer that back out to them. And you could say, I'm hosting a coaching sneak peek next week. That's not how you spell peek. I'm hosting a coaching sneak peek next week to open the doors, if you will, and let folks see what it is I do as a coach. Give you a chance to ask any questions you may have. No pressure, no commitments, just a way to see if this could be the answer for you to be able to stay home with Sophie. Something like that. Very easy. Just have that have that talk with them, have that discussion. All right, and then just real quickly, like I said, I'm not going to get into the cold markets this time around, but I did want to just quickly focus on the importance of building those relationships with people. It's just, I can't stress enough how taking the time to get to know somebody and really learning about their struggles and their needs this is what coaching is. This is you reaching out and helping people and changing people's lives that way. I know it sounds cliche, but it's absolutely true. So you're putting yourself out there on a daily basis, so they know you, they feel like they know you, and you have to get to know them too. It's a two-way street. And then be genuine, always be genuine. And I'm going to get this quote wrong. It's something that Tracy Morrow said at Summit this past summer. Maybe Jen remembers, but something about, if you lead with your heart and if you're genuine in your conversation, like no one can ever take you negatively. And again, those aren't the exact words she used, but it's the concept, right? If you are genuinely, putting yourself out there with positive intentions, then no one can ever take you negatively. And so that helps me to get rid of that like fear of just putting myself out there. So that's it. The cold invite, like I said, I'm going to save for later. So I'm going to unmute everyone. And if you guys have any questions, you can remute yourself too. Sorry, I just unmuted all.
Well, I have two quick comments. Just on the last thing that you said, I think about this all the time because I used to feel bad about messaging people. I was like, they're going to know my intention is to sell something to them, right? Like that was always going through my brain. But I've totally changed my mindset on that. If the absolute worst thing that happens is I reconnect with a high school friend and I have someone to talk with again, that's still a win. Like if it doesn't work out that I don't have a tool for them to solve a problem, like who cares? I still made a new friend or reconnected with somebody. So that's what I always tell myself. I say, if the worst thing that comes out of this message is that I gain a new friend, then, who cares?
Yep.
And then the other thing, as far as a lot of times I'll get likes on some of my coaching posts, and I will message people very honestly, and I will be like, hey, thank you so much for liking my post. I'm just curious, were you just liking the picture, or are you interested in checking out my informational group? And 9 times out of 10 people will say, oh yeah, I'm actually kind of interested, but all they do is like the post. So don't be afraid to just honestly ask, hey, did you just like my picture? Or, is this something you're actually curious about? A lot of people won't tell you they're interested unless you ask them.
That's a really good point. Jen, is that for specific, like a call to action post about coaching?
Yep. Like the one I did on my page the other day about how coaching's changed my attitude and I've become more confident. And I said, I have a sneak peek coaching or an informational coaching session next week. I got 20 likes on the post, but very few comments. So I went through, and those people that were not currently coaches, I messaged every single person and I said, were you just liking my picture, or are you curious about the informational group? And almost everyone said, well, I'm kind of curious. So
that's awesome.
In the group they went.
Perfect. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Good. Any other questions or comments? It doesn't have to be about inviting either. It can be about anything. All right. Well, thank you guys for jumping on. I'll upload this to YouTube and post it. So definitely feel free to share with your teams as well.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.